I got to lean in.
What's going on, everybody? It is me again. It is time to lean in, bitch. I'm here with Chad and Antonio, and we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the episode that just went off, the episode that got on my goddamn nerves. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so irritated by the episode for one reason, because we still don't know what the hell happened to this lady. At this rate, I'm saying she did it to her damn self. I ain't blaming nobody else because she had 1,000 chances to tell us and she said nothing. But within it all, how y'all doing today? What's going on, Chad? Welcome back.
Hey Antonio, how are you?
Hey Chad, I'm well. How about you?
I'm doing great. Hey Cortez, how are you?
What's going on? You back? Not only you back to the lane, you back at home. I didn't
I'm
get a chance
back
to
at
run
home.
on you this weekend because you was funny. But it's cool.
I heard people were trying to jump me as 2-on-1, so I stayed put and made my money.
Those that don't know what's going on, this past weekend, a friend of ours had a Christmas party, and we were all supposed to be there. It was like nice pictures, but I think Chad was scared or something. I don't know why he didn't want to come. But me and Tony had a really good time. You know what? Chad wouldn't fit in the picture anyway. It was
I didn't want nobody to end up looking like Heather. That's all.
You would have been the one looking like Heather.
Celine does not condone violence. I will say that. But yeah, it was a good weekend. I did see Antonio, miss Chad, but I'll see him soon. And yeah, so let's get to the episode. If you're watching right now, whether live or the replay, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. As we talk about this annoying ass episode.
It was.
So I know you hadn't been here, Chad, but the last thing, last week, it was myself, Antonio, and Jamie, and we were the whole thing was the lead up to this eye. But what happened last episode? Jen did reveal that she tried to off herself. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on that. We heard myself, Jamie, and Antonio's, but how did you feel when she revealed that last week as a way of kind of like getting out of being held by any accountability? How did you feel?
I just felt like it was typical Jen dramatic behavior. She didn't want to off herself. She just was. I mean, I get it. She's in a very weird space, and I'm sure she really believes she's going to jail. So
But she
nobody really wants. I mean, I still feel like she's probably not going. I still feel like she might have a little mistrial. Something might happen. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like she was being dramatic as hell.
Well, y'all did see the news about her not being invited to the reunion, right?
I did. I don't know about how I feel about that, but they said she was invited, and then she said that she mentioned to them that she couldn't mention anything about the case, and then they took the invite back, I guess. But I mean, I would have went, and I would have told them right there on camera, I cannot mention this.
That's it.
Yeah, I would have been like, I would have been like, oh, y'all tell you everything you want to know, and I get there and be like,
it seems like though that when they informed her that they wanted to talk about the case, it seemed because she left it kind of open for interpretation. She never said they rescinded the invite or anything. She just said she wouldn't go. I wish she still would have went. So just in case, if she does not do any jail time or anything like that, it's a possibility that she could have been invited back, because we know with missing the reunion, that's kind of like you ain't coming back. No time soon.
I'm gonna say this: it's a big fail, big flop on their end. I mean, it just like last year when Mary wasn't there, and it's just stupid. Like, you can't have somebody a full season and then they can't come. It's just like it's gonna be missing. Like if they bring Angie K and Angie H and Dana, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
I'm sure they probably gonna at least Angie K. I can see her being there. But Jen was still a big part of what was going on, especially if she's the one that bopped Heather in the motherfucking eye.
Right.
She still should have been there, but I don't know.
But we'll see what happened allegedly. So this episode picks up where last week's left off. Heather gets Jen to come over to her room. This is before Meredith, of course. And Heather is beat the hell up. Like she has this black purplish eye. She has scratch marks and lipstick or everything on her damn arm. I mean, she is, a white lady and she's very pale. So she does bruise, pretty easily. So that could have been the bed. Maybe they had a hard mattress. But this eye, somebody definitely popped her in the eye. And it wasn't the doorknob. It wasn't the corner of the door. Something hit this lady in the eye. And so in this moment, Jen, so Heather reveals her eye to Jen. Jen goes to the refrigerator and grabs 1 cube of ice and brings it over for her eye. And Heather wants Jen to help her come up with a cover up story. And I'm like, what? Like cover up story? Like, what do you mean? Because in my
For
head,
what?
she didn't know what happened. But she definitely is like trying to figure out. I mean, she wants to. So anyway, Jen comes up with all these different excuses as to like what happens, but basically what they come up with as the cover story is she doesn't know what happened. I'm like, well, girl, is that really something you needed help coming up with? I don't think that was anything you needed Jen to help because Jen is the wrong person considering she's about to go to damn jail anyway. So I'm just saying she ain't good at lying. Old people, hello, stand up. I'm just saying. So they bring Meredith. Meredith is gagged, and they actually show the footage of what happened when she answered the door. It looks like they came back into her room, unless the timing was off, because I thought Heather went to sleep, but Meredith said they were with her till 4 a.m. So when could this have happened, and it shows all the girls coming. I think Jen came in and
Angie K and Heather. I mean, and Meredith.
Whitney.
They
Yeah, all
came.
of them.
So, nonetheless, Heather ends the scene by saying that to Meredith, she knows what happened, but it's something that people don't want to talk about. So, what were y'all thoughts? I'll start with you, Chad.
I think that the scene was bullshit. She definitely should have just talked about it because now you got people going on this goose chase. I've already seen 3 polls about who actually hit that lady. It's just like it's unnecessary to drag it out. But I think that of course everybody thinks it's Jen because it's the only logical answer. But it's also like, would that really hurt her case if it was revealed that she did it? Like, I don't really feel like it would tie into anything. So I'm like, just say it. Like, what's the reason you're not saying it to us? I don't really get it.
Yeah, I agree. Tonio?
I thought it was crazy. I thought eventually she definitely gonna say, especially when she had Meredith in there by herself, I thought, okay, she definitely gonna say what happened. And she still was like, wouldn't say it. It was so odd to me and so juvenile and stupid. And I thought that, and then I'm thinking back now, I'm like, okay, when she called Jen in first, because why didn't she call Jen and Heather in Jen and Meredith in at the same time? So she called Jen in first to come up with a story. It seemed like to me they had already kind of discussed what happened to me. And Jen was, I'm thinking maybe she's trying to protect Jen of like, maybe she don't want to be called as a witness or to say Jen is maybe capable of, I don't know. But I would put $20 on that Jen bopped her in the damn eye and scratched her motherfucking arm up as well. I think Jen did the shit. I don't know why Heather just won't say it, but I think Jen did it. And just by how Jen was looking, every time it came up, she was looking like, I don't really have a lot to say.
I'm gonna be quiet. But so when in the footage of the girls coming in, Jen did come in, right?
Yeah. And Jen left out.
That's
too.
the only thing that makes it seem like it wasn't her, because it's like they all came in on some. So my thought process was, okay, they were mad about the dinner. Nobody really was upset or not talking to each other, with the exception of Whitney and Heather. The night before Heather and Jen were showing their titties. They was just having a good time. So I'm just trying to figure out like what would be the motive. That's it makes sense. Like Jen, the show is making us want to feel like it's Jen. I think that's strategic. But it's just though I don't see the motive. Like I think she's definitely capable, but I don't see it.
But my only thing is, okay, Whitney was in the bed. Lisa Barlow was in the bed. Dana don't have no reason. Angie K don't have a reason.
Yeah.
Meredith definitely didn't do it. It was either Heather did the shit to herself, unless a fucking producer beat her the fuck up. Did a producer beat her up?
Maybe it was a raccoon. Oh, we don't have
Oh
raccoon.
my God.
Maybe it was that same producer man that Nene beat up that time, and he now came back to beat up Heather.
Something going on.
It's just, it's stupid, and it's like we have to talk about it, right? But it's so dumb. If I had a choice, I would be like, girl, next. I don't want to talk about this bullshit, because it's like, what type of storyline how interesting can it be? We want to know what happened. You're not telling us what happened, and it's just like,
She's like, we all know what happened. No,
we all don't know.
We do not
and that's
know.
what I thought. It seemed like she wanted somebody to say that Jen beat you up, and so she could be like, yes, Jen, did you beat me up or something like
But
that?
then
That's
she's
what
like,
it seemed like to me. It's like she didn't want to say it out of her own mouth.
Exactly. I completely agree.
I just don't understand why she's going this route. Like, it's really weird, because it's like everybody gagged except for Jen. Jen was the only one that was like mildly gagged. Like, oh shit, now I'm seeing that I really did hit you. But everybody else was like, bitch, you really got hit. Like, something happened to you.
Yeah.
Lisa said you got clocked. That's what it looked like.
They were genuinely shocked. Like,
yes.
I think they were all like, what the fuck?
And Heather's like, I need your help coming up with a story. And Jen's like, oh, we can say a spider laid eggs in your eyes. And I'm just like, and you know what? Did Jen even ask, how did that happen? Did she ask that?
I think she kind of asked that at the beginning. In the first, I think she did. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go back and see it.
Jen was the least shocked of anybody. She really kind of was quiet every time they talked about the eye. You know, in her head, she's like,
she did get really quiet.
I don't need no more charges. I got so yeah, Sammy said yes, she did ask him. Okay, I figured she did. And when it was just her and Heather, I believe she did. I think she did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Okay, so at this moment, everybody doesn't know, right? Lisa and Whitney have a side conversation. You know, they besties now, child. They is besties.
Ebony and Ivory.
Right, exactly. Whitney thinks that Meredith is seeking, revenge on Lisa while trying to look innocent. She says that basically Meredith is right. She did not say the rumor. What she does is she gets other people to say the rumor, or she alludes to it to get the other person to say it. And, they kind of go back to the whole thing about the rant. Lisa feels like, girl, I made one mistake and this woman is really trying to destroy me. And so I wanted to ask you, I feel like we talked about it way back in the beginning of the season, but like, do you think that what Lisa did is something you can come back from in your own personal opinion? So if your friend went on a rant, would you be able to like move past it because it was one mistake, or would you be like, I'm done? Because later on we do find out that obviously Meredith was holding on to more things than just this. This is probably the final straw, but let Lisa tell it this was the one and only thing that she's ever done. How can Meredith be holding on to this, Antonio?
I would say if I probably would be able to still maybe see that friend out and be cordial and say hi if they gave a sincere apology. But I don't think I could ever be in the space of we like back aces again, like we tight again. I could never do that. And simply because of the fact that I feel like if you fall out with someone, you have an argument, if you just give a, oh, fuck you or something like that, okay, cool. But I think when you start bringing up, let's say Meredith had slept with half of New York. That was like a secret that I told you, or that was some of my personal business that I told you. So for you to have a mad day and to release that I done slept with half of New York, I can't fuck with you like that no more. Like I can't do that. I think when somebody goes and they really try to dig into you and go below the belt and really, take it there, we can't be like that no more, because we're gonna be out here rolling around in the motherfucking road or something. So to protect both of us, I can't fuck with you.
I agree.
Period.
Yeah,
I agree with Antonio. It's the stuff that was said that was just like, it was extreme for me, to where it's like I would be embarrassed amongst everybody else, like asking, like, you really still friends with this person after they said this to you, or said this about you? So I know I couldn't do it. But when it comes to Meredith, I do agree with what Whitney said, though, and I hate that I had to agree with Whitney. I do think that she wants revenge, but she wants to do it in a way so where it doesn't look like she's trying to be that person. But yeah, I think that Meredith is very meticulous in how she moves and how she does stuff. I mean, we always talk about her being a lawyer, and she moves like a lawyer. I think she knows how to do stuff and how to plant seeds and get it out there. And I think that's what she's doing.
Yeah,
I would rather for her just to go ahead and put it out there instead of planting and then watch. No, just say what the fuck you got to say. If you feel like you need to get your lick back, get your lick back.
Yeah.
Right.
I think she started off like that, but in this episode, I feel like she's definitely a little more like in the front, like Lisa, girl. I'm doing all this because this is why. She kind of extended a little bit more in this episode because the beginning
had no other choice, though. Honestly,
true, she did because all the girls are talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next, later that day, there's a sit down basically where Lisa says that Jen came to her room with her tits in her face, and Whitney wants to know what the hell happened because she ain't get no titties in her face. She want to know, like, what was y'all doing? Like, why nobody come put no titties in my face? That's what Whitney says. And so Heather takes off her. I should have did what she did. I need some sunglasses. She said sunglasses like, look in my eye. But she don't want to talk about it, and everybody's just gagged, and Whitney is actually worried. And so the only person that doesn't have a true reaction was Jen. Everybody feels like this is like shocking, and so, but nothing really comes from the scene. Heather talks about it. She does say that it's something that happened, but everyone knows what happened, but no one wants to talk about it. And she doesn't really give any other details. So again, very frustrating, very annoying. Any thoughts on this scene? Did y'all want to talk about it?
No, it was a drag. Just like you said, it was another annoying scene based off the same stuff that we still don't have no information on.
Correct.
She won't what Whitney said in Whitney's confessional about her and Jen's relationship being toxic, and Jen did it. She want Whitney to say that out in public because why you keep taking your damn glasses off for shock value, and then but I don't want to talk about it. But then just keep your damn ugly ass glasses on then and shut up.
Yeah, I agree. How did y'all feel about so on the go-karts as they go, like they get on the go-karts, everybody's talking about Heather's eye except Lisa, who's talking about shoes and clothes.
I live for Lisa.
She legit was just like, yeah, because John in his closet and my shoes. I'm just like, everybody damn back eye. I'm like, I would be like, girl, don't I want to talk about that? I want to talk about this damn eye.
Right.
Lisa, I bought an $800 dress. John said it looked like $80.
I want her to slow down because she's giving me Lisa Hosting from Miami, and I'm like, girl, I don't want you to end up like that. So keep it cute.
You think she giving that?
Lisa, it's the way she does it. Like Lisa likes to paint this like everything is perfect, everything is
okay. Well, yeah, true.
Like it's like she likes to paint that kind of picture, and it's like she avoids talking about stuff that the girls talk about, and she reverts to her marriage. It's almost like, girl, that's kind of unneeded and unwanted. It was a key. I did laugh at it, but I feel like when she does stuff like that, it's like you giving the viewers more ammo for if something happens with you and John, they're gonna be like, this marriage was never as perfect as it looked.
That's true. We don't really know much. We do know that she does in this situation. We know that I ain't saying John is I don't know who the breadwinner. Honestly, it does look like John don't work. We don't know what he does. So
he works with Lisa.
He works with Lisa. All right, that's what he does. So per Meredith, right? And speaking of Lisa Hotstein, was it Hotstein? How you say her name?
I never know how to say it.
Miami. Tasha C asked no Miami review from last week. We're gonna actually do last week's episode and this week's episode together. It's just it's getting close to the holiday, so availability is limited. I had to take my ass to Atlanta and party, so that's why we didn't do it last week. But in this weekend, it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so it'll be a recap done together between now and next week. So let's stay tuned for that. Hey, of course, it's not live.
You know what? I was kind of confused though when they came down. They was going to the go-karts. Everybody was looking all like flowy, like they was in San Diego. And Jen came out in these leather pants and thigh-high leather boots. And I just did not understand.
The long pigtails though. It's kind of cute.
I thought they looked thin and
They were
malnourished.
But you know what? She wanted to be what's her name?
Harley Quinn.
Left Eye. Left Jen. I don't know what I got from it. Okay, so the girls they separate into two separate groups, right? There's a roller skating group, and then there's the girls that go to the winery. The roller skaters are Lisa, Whitney, and Dana. And in their conversation, Whitney asks Lisa, did they talk about the black eye? Lisa's like, no, we didn't talk about the black eye. You know, because Lisa, we said earlier she was talking about how much her clothes cost and blah 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 and junk. Dana, which is Chad's fave that nobody else really cares for, she comes out and she comes out with her damn voice telling Lisa everything that Meredith said in a conversation that happened a week or so earlier when it was her, Heather, and Meredith, and talking about her business and about the SEC filing. Now, I feel like didn't this come up earlier in the season too? Didn't talk about, okay, so this is the second time it's brought up, but Dana brings it up that Meredith was talking about. I'm like, first of all, Dana, why are you like? I don't understand where it came from, but I guess she was fighting for a snowflake or something.
I thought that was Angie K that brought it up.
No.
Dana brought it up when they were on the two separate.
Oh, the two separate things. Okay,
Dana brought it up when it was just Lisa, Dana, and Whitney when they were roller skating. They were eating ice cream. They were licking their ice cream and blah blah blah. And so Lisa's mad, and Lisa goes off, baby. She's like, really? She coming at me about this and this? You know, she was like, so she wants to have a drug problem, but she pops pills, bitch. And I was like, ooh.
I said,
like, you don't pop pills, bitch. But any thoughts on this part?
I thought what Lisa said was true. I definitely saw that it could be some truth that Meredith pop pills here and there.
Xanax or two, I can see that.
Yeah, it definitely gives that. So I don't know, Lisa. She gets on my nerve here and there, but she's definitely the girl you love to hate because she can play dirty when she wants to, and it's like I'm trying not to go there, but she's slowly but surely going there.
I just hope that when this comes out, she don't say, I had one bad moment. She better stand it.
No, I think now, being that Meredith is like really kind of being vocal about, you know, Lisa's bullshit, her business and SEC and all of that. I think now Lisa is kind of getting to a point of knowing that her and Meredith probably not going to be friends like they were. So she gonna start really digging too. Yes.
Yeah. Well, at least so we know that Meredith was a lawyer, and we know that she smokes cigarettes and she pops people. We know I'm sorry, she's a whore. She fucked everybody in the store. Her man doesn't have a job. What you say? Well, you can't.
Her family poses.
Her family poses.
You can't afford a home, or you can't, or whatever she said. So at this point, we know everything about Meredith thanks to Lisa. Okay, cool. So in the other conversation at the winery, you got Heather, Meredith, and Jen, and Angie K. And Heather is like, she's tired of these damn cheese cubes. She wants some food. She's tired of eating this little
I don't blame Heather.
She wants food, and I understand that. I'm sure she probably. I mean, look at her. She wants something to eat. I'm just. I'm not even going to say. Let's just be clear. She wants to eat, and so Meredith is like, is very concerned. She's very concerned and thinks that it's not okay to what happened to her face. And they pan over to Jen's face, and Jen is just biting her lip like, "Ooh, I hope she don't tell what I did. If I did it, I don't know." But Jen is very uncomfortable at this moment. But Heather basically says that she can't say anything. And I'm just like, okay, what do you mean you can't say anything? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm pretty sure the producers are like, they're asking your ass. Do you think the producers were actually telling her not to say something?
I think they knew they knew what happened, definitely, because there's cameras in the damn room and all of that shit. Clearly there's cameras that they knew what happened. I think that it's supposed to be like something of shock value. I think maybe Jen asked Heather not to say something. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think the producers, they definitely know what happened. They just trying to get her to say it.
Well, she ain't say it, child. She said she can't say it.
I'm sure she said it at the union last Friday, I'm sure.
I bet you she won't. I bet she ain't said nothing more than what she said in the episode. We're gonna leave the reunion, the 5-part reunion, for no reason, and she's gonna have said the same thing. She can't say nothing.
Damn.
Watch.
I feel like she might say it this time because Jen may be going to jail, maybe not. And Jen won't be at the reunion. She might say it.
She might. That's true.
Okay. So in that same conversation, Heather, she kind of talks about her and Whitney's relationship, right? And Jen chimes in, and Jen basically says that Lisa and Whitney, I guess why they're bonded. They're bonded because they're both going through some things. She said that Justin just lost his job, and I guess he ain't got no money and stuff like that. And she says that Lisa's kind of having the whole thing with the SEC filing, and basically they bonded off a struggle of money. That's what I got.
Yeah.
It's basically what she said. I'm like, Jen, you owe your mom $1 million, sweetie. I don't think I'm talking about money either, but hey, whatever. Any thoughts on that?
I don't know if I think they bonded off of struggle, but they are bonding way more than I thought they actually would. I thought it would be like a little play for play bonding this season, but they seem to really be actually getting along, even though it gives me Nene and Sheree season 2 of how they like tried to be cool, but they really, I don't know. I still feel like they have the potential to fall out.
Yeah, I agree. I think they have the potential to fall out, but it does seem like, and it could have been that maybe they kind of started to bond just because of how the dynamics were going, and they like, oh well, you really not that bad. I might can fuck with you a little bit, and we can be cool. I don't think Jen should really be bringing up anybody's struggle, whether it's financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. She shouldn't be bringing up nobody's struggle, and then she definitely shouldn't be pulling up no motherfucking paperwork on nobody, showing no SEC filings and all that shit. Like, Jen,
she was the wrong person to talk about anything. I would have been quiet and just ate my
sit there and eat your motherfucking food. If you ain't got no food, then swallow your spit.
Yeah, we know she has moved 3 times, and her 40-inch TV sits right over her couch. So, and she's
19.
renting. So I don't think that I agree with what you said. Okay. So the conversation gets interesting because on the bus back home, Angie K wants to know more about what she don't understand what a SEC filing is.
Right.
She, they kind of give her, an explanation on what it is. Meredith chimes in. I feel like Meredith was a bit tipsy, actually. They did go to the winery. I can kind of see her, like, she had a lot of, like, liquor courage. I'm not saying it's not her, but I feel like she was a little tipsy on that bus.
She might have popped the pill.
Maybe. So Meredith, after they give her an explanation, are you close with Lisa to inquire? And Meredith's like, I don't care.
That was funny. It's like, Meredith, you might not care, but you wanted to make sure to bring it up on this damn camera, though.
Definitely.
She says that she got a random DM from somebody. And she says that basically, since Lisa says she is the richest one, and she said all these things about me not having this and my husband no money. Are you rich with this SEC filing? That's essentially what she's saying, and she's firing back at this point.
Meredith said it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
But so I don't have a business or anything, so I'm still kind of like, so where the SEC filing, was she trying to ask money maybe for her business to go public? Is that how that worked, or what was? I don't know.
I want to do some research on it.
Yeah, only SEC I knew about was the Student Election Commission or committee back in college. I don't know what this SEC is. But when they was talking about it, I leaned in trying to understand what the hell was going on. I may Google it because I don't know.
Kyra, if you in the comments, post what the damn SEC stuff is, Kyra.
I ain't got no businesses, so I don't know. I ain't Candy.
So yeah. I mean, it was like, but then it also had like that they lost money and stuff like that. But she's like, Lisa did make it a point to say it's not, her Vita, it's another one.
But my thing is, she keeps saying that. That's like the second or third time she said that. So which one is it? Is it what company is it that you did the SEC filing for? Like, let us know at this point because we only know about Vita with you. We don't know about your other stuff.
Yeah, we don't know about
true.
anything else. I agree. She keeps saying this is this other business, and it's like, what is it? Like,
yeah, I didn't know she had another because it sounded like it was. They said I thought it said something like it was a liquor or something like that too. I didn't know she had another one because we've only heard about Vita.
True.
Oh, yeah, I'm interested. Maybe it's her son's thing under her, the Jack and whatever it's Jack and John, they little
their hair products and stuff.
Yeah, the wolf thing. Yeah, maybe it's that. I don't know.
Whatever.
Lisa don't know either, child. And neither does John.
Before dinner, right? Before dinner, Angie K is with Lisa, and Lisa just, tells her what she was told, by Dana, and Angie tells her what she was told about the SCC, and talks about what Jen brought up, and talks about Meredith basically saying that John doesn't work. And Lisa says that it is disgusting to talk about John. And I'm just like, okay, you definitely talked about her husband too, but hey, whatever. It's disgusting. I guess, family's off limits. And at this moment, Lisa's furious. So, of course, they get ready for the goddess dinner. Do you have any thoughts on this part before we talk about the actual dinner itself?
I do want to talk about this part, but just briefly. The part when Lisa's reaction, like the way she reacted to the news is given, oh, okay. And now I know what to say when, like, I feel like her and Meredith are enjoying this tit for tat because the reactions are not even like, wow, like she's really saying that, like how it was last season or like the reunion. Now it's just given like Lisa was real chill about it. She was just like, oh, well, yeah, that's actually disgusting. Like everything that she's saying, that like the way she responds is given, okay, now you said that, I'm gonna say this, but it's like they're kind of going off each other's energy. It's very weird but funny at the same time.
About Angie with the black eye makeup, the extra black eye makeup. Her eye makeup is always so heavy to me.
Raccoon.
But anyway, I don't recall, unless it could have been edited out or something like that. I don't recall Meredith saying John didn't work.
Yes, she didn't.
Okay,
we didn't see it on camera.
Right, we didn't see it on camera, but okay, so they.
I think Angie misunderstood what Meredith was saying. That's what I picked up. I think that Meredith she was rehearsing her lines over Lisa's rant, and she was saying that your husband doesn't work, as in what Lisa said about Seth. She wasn't saying that John doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But it was funny because the next thing at the goddess dinner, she kind of made it seem like she did. I don't know. It was weird.
Angie did a very poor job of telephone. Like very bad. It was just like, girl, okay, at this rate, I'm kind of glad Jen poured the damn glass on your ass because you showing your ass. Like at this moment, she's showing so much loyalty to Lisa. Suddenly, we saw her kind of, whatever, but Lisa, I don't think Lisa. I mean, she probably thinks she's cool, but if Lisa was really cool with Angie, she would have said something more when Jen did that to her. She didn't.
Right.
And so it's like it's given. I'm trying to find my spot and secure my spot on this damn show. Which
Heather said that.
Yeah, but I don't find her to be interesting, to be honest. Like initially, yeah, but as it goes, she's still just there.
I don't know. I feel like she's interesting, but not. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if she's castmate interesting, but there's something interesting about her. I'll say that. I feel like I want to know more just to see.
Well, I want to see her have a real beef, not, oh my God, a drink is poured on my head. Because I want to hear something. So I want to see some depth with her. There's no depth right now, so I don't know. But it gets she comes back up. So at the goddess dinner, this is another damn theme. They had like 3 themes, I think.
Yeah.
And I say Madonna. What was it called?
Marilyn Monroe.
The luau.
The luau.
And then the goddess. All within the same trip every night.
Who goddess theme was better, them or when Atlanta was in Greece? Who looked the best? Who had the better look?
Really cute. Atlanta's was really cute.
But I feel like Is that when Nene was throwing the popcorn?
No. That wasn't the goddess dinner. That was another one. The goddess dinner, they all had on like the metallics and stuff like that. They might have went and changed clothes, but it wasn't at the actual dinner.
Yeah, what season was that?
It was the one with Kenya and Nene, right?
Season 12.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
I remember the season because they was in Greece.
Yeah, it was the last season that Nene was on there, season 12.
Okay, yeah, that's when she definitely threw that popcorn. I don't know who looked better, but Atlanta, they were cute. They were cute. I think the girls Salt Lake City did what they could do, but Atlanta to me is gonna always get the vote because
I ain't understand Lisa's 2-piece tweed Helen of Troy.
And it didn't go. It was not nothing like Helen of Troy.
It was cute though. It was really cute.
That none of them had on like cheap wigs. That's why I didn't mind it because none of them had. Well, I didn't see cheap wigs like them. Did y'all see cheap?
Who on? Jen had everything was cheap. Jen looked like she pulled the sheet off the bed and wrapped it around her, and she had a bird nest on top of her head. Jen looked cheap for her to be paying for glam. She looked a mess. She could have let one of them do her shit if that's all she was gonna be able to bring.
I mean, if she paying for glam, you get what you pay for. She ain't paying for that much.
I guess you're right. You get what you pay for.
Now she found the glam on motherfucking Craigslist. Oh my god!
And they probably thought it was free just for the exposure.
Lord, she found them on Facebook Market, child.
Angie K is the host of this, and she, arrives with Hercules and Zeus. She said, I didn't see either one, Hercules or Zeus. They just look like a regular man to me. I'm ride with men. They gonna have to be like, looking like some. They just look like they had on damn costume from Party City, but it worked for her, I guess, whatever. I have seen that costume. So when Lisa gets there, she's very, brushing everything off. Everybody can tell she's clearly upset. But she says, "Oh, nothing's wrong." And of course, Whitney asks, she's like, "Well, who brought up the SEC stuff? It's my new bestie. Who brought up the SEC stuff about Lisa?" And Lisa, this is like, listen, it's very interesting that y'all are constantly talking about me. And she addresses Meredith directly. And she was just like, did you say this? And Meredith is like that. Well, she always was saying she said it. And it kind of comes to a back and forth between the two to where Lisa mocks her. And she says that let's talk more shit. Like, like my husband doesn't have a job. And Meredith's like, your husband has a job. Like, I didn't say that. And Lisa's like, well, Angie K said, and Angie K is looking down, and her goddess look like.
Angie K like, damn, girl.
Like, damn.
Right.
She had to know that she was going to say that.
Right.
Heather clocks in. I think Heather kind of. They had them back and forth earlier on the first episode of the San Diego trip. Heather and Angie K. So Heather's like, oh wow, like she's playing telephone. Who ran back to you and said that? Angie K looking stuck. And so Meredith and Lisa get into another like back and forth. And Meredith basically brings up and said that, like, this is not all that Lisa has done. Lisa says, I made one mistake. I had one rant. I think Meredith calls it a tirade. What she called it?
A tirade. Tyrant. No, she said she had a tirade. Yeah.
Tirade.
Yeah. And they go back and forth on what it was. What do y'all think it was? Was it a rant or was it a tirade? Which one?
I mean, shit, up until this point, I thought it was a damn rant. I'm going to have to look up what the actual meaning of tirade.
You know what? I didn't think it was a tirade until Meredith brought it up. Because initially I was like, it was a rant. But a rant is normally quick. It's like you say something and you get off your chest. A tirade is like you going in.
On and on and on. Okay, so it was a tirade.
It was a tirade. Once she said, I was like, yeah, that was really a tirade.
Whatever you want to call it, it was wrong. Okay. So if you want to water it down, Lisa, it was wrong. You shouldn't have been saying that about your friend at the time. Period. Okay. Just saying.
When Lisa mocked Meredith, though, it was kind of funny to me. It was funny as hell because I would have gotten so mad if I was Meredith. That probably would have made me cuss her the fuck out sitting at that table.
Oh, Lisa was going off. She was fed up.
And Heather was like, "Oh, you went from 0 to 60," because Lisa had really started going.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Heather is an instigator. She is hilarious.
That's why her ass sitting over there, that big ass black eye right now. Shut up before the other one get popped. Nah.
We got a definition here from Casey. Is it Casey or is it Casey? Let me know. Tirade.
A protracted.
Yeah. No. I'm reading. I'm just reading it. I ain't feel like reading the whole thing. So what? Based off this definition provided, was it a rant or was it a tirade?
Yes, it was a tirade.
It was a tirade.
Okay.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you for that, Casey. So like I said, regardless of whatever you want to call it, it was wrong. It should have been said, period. And so they go back and forth for a little bit, still talking about the rant. Oh, Casey. Okay, it's Casey. Okay. Still talking about the rant or the tirade. And Whitney tries to bring the girls together. She has like this whole like kumbaya moment. We are sisters, we stick together, whatever she said, child. I don't know what she said. But
and we love each other.
We love each other. And I'm like, y'all don't love each other. I will say, if you're watching Real Housewives of Miami, you can tell there's a genuine friendship.
Yes.
Big City, these girls are not friends. I don't even care for Whitney and Heather like that as friends, but they clearly ain't no damn real friends because they letting this drag on for so long. Whitney for starting it and Heather for whatever she be doing because she do some annoying shit too. But Heather, tries to say that her eye is a metaphor to this group and this trip. Nobody know what's going on, but it happened. I'm like, okay. And so goes into more scenes about the eye, and she
so dumb.
Doesn't really give any more information. Talks about not being able to say nothing. She drinking her water in the confessionals, saying that I know what happened. And, I'm trying to protect myself, and it's just stupid. Bravo, this is pretty dumb. Actually, I always thought that the puppy gate was pretty dumb for Beverly Hills. The eye gate is probably the dumbest.
Yeah,
because
it's just the way that they carrying it out. It's like,
yes, unnecessary.
But think about it. The cast ain't really talking about it because if I was in that cast, I would have been at the table again saying, "What the hell happened to your eye, bitch? Fuck all this. What's
right." Before we get in there, what happened to your eye? Because this came.
Lisa and
what
Meredith
happened to your eye?
Right. Because
we need to talk about it.
We need to talk about it. But unfortunately,
they need a Lisa Rinna right now.
Man.
Okay.
Lisa Rinna would not have. We wouldn't have left that scene.
She would have been relentless. Listen. Heather would have either told what happened, or Heather would have got up and left.
Because Lisa Rinna, if you look at the last season of Beverly Hills, how she dragged what's her name? What Kathy did, she didn't say it, so no, we don't need her either. We need a Kenya Moore or somebody that's gonna really get down for real. I'm just saying. Rinna getting soft.
I really thought Whitney was gonna say, so Jen hit you in the eye. And she didn't. I know Whitney gonna say it, but she didn't. But going back to, I kind of enjoyed the exchange between Meredith and Lisa. It's always good to see the Caucasian housewives go back and forth because it's just so different when the black women go back and forth. It just makes me appreciate the black women to me a lot more. But theirs was pretty good. It's just good in like a different way.
A white woman way.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad that Lisa, for a moment, she stepped into her villain shoes. She actually was like going back. And Meredith, I feel like, has she pressed it more? Oh, I forgot to mention that they talked about the whole Meredith making a comment about her needing help. And Lisa remember she made the comment early in the season about like she needs to get some help.
Oh, yeah.
And, they talked about that too. Lisa felt very strong that Meredith made that statement and see the way she had a mental problem and things like that.
See, I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that because just because, you get help or you have a therapist or you have someone that you talk to, that doesn't mean that you are mentally ill or that you have a mental problem. Bitch, I just got some shit I want to say and I don't want to say it to nobody else. I want to say it to you because my job is paying you for me to say it to you. So I want to talk to you about it. And you got license and shit. You can What the?
Yeah, you disagree?
Say
it, Heather. Damn. Say it, Heather.
I'm like, wait, what is that? I thought somebody was snoring.
Right, what is it?
A part of me agree, a part of me disagree. I feel like with Lisa and Meredith, I don't know. I feel like they were so close as we knew. And the way Lisa flipped and went in, like to me, that gives mental problem. Like, girl, I could see if you said a few little things, but it's like a light switch flip. Like that gives me you have a problem. Like you just and remember initially Lisa was on that reunion sitting there talking about I said this because you said that I heard that you said that my house was ugly. Like, just stuff like that.
Is true.
It's like, girl, there's
It's
something
you know what,
going
Chad,
on there.
It's that. It's like the way that Lisa acts like it's just not only she acts like they did not happen, then she says it happened for this reason, but she also acts like it's so small, like it's just like nothing. It should be forgiven. So it's a form of gaslighting. When you're gaslighting, it's like something's wrong with you, and I think that's what that was her way. I think that was the Caucasian way of saying like something wrong with your ass. Like get some help because that's what they do. They get help. We say
maybe you need to get some help or something.
It's the same thing. It's like black, like how we be like in the black families. What's our the white families? They be like, they're on drugs or they're black folks. She on that shit. It's the same thing. So I think that was what we have said. Like something's wrong with you. Not go to the mental institute and be taken away from her kids. I don't think that's what she meant, but that's how Lisa
Meredith said Lisa needs to go to Sing Sing.
Sing Sing. And yes, Lisa is delusional. She is a hypocrite. She is a bit, whatever. But I don't know if she got an eating disorder now, Lisa. I don't know. I don't know about it. Allegedly.
Hey, put that out there, man.
I didn't even see that part.
No, so you missed it earlier because she also said she needed a nutritionist.
Oh.
Yeah, Casey been going in on Lisa all
Mary told Lisa that she needed to do something about her eating Taco Bell for breakfast or whatever.
Mary did tell her that she pH balance is off, Lord. That's what Mary said.
Oh my God. The people in our group chat, who do y'all think popped Heather in the eye? Go ahead and say who y'all think it is. Oh, what y'all think happened? Y'all think she did it to herself?
I asked it last week in the comments, and I was like, I saw a couple of comments from last week, and some people said Jen, some said herself. Like at this rate, the guessing game for me is just dumb too. It's just like it's so like okay, we can guess all day.
You don't even want to know.
It's 6 other women in the house, so I mean that's 6 different guesses. The more logical thing is Jen, but I think it's Whitney. I think Whitney wanted her lick back, and she was drunk, and she was still mad at Heather.
Whitney was in the bed asleep.
Jen has had plenty of opportunities to pop Heather.
We know how Jen treat Heather too, and she know Heather gonna always come back
be there
back because she is down for Jen. Yeah. So Jen went ahead and beat her ass, like popped her.
I agree with Amy. There ain't no telling either herself or Jen. Right. Right. Herself, Jen, or Whitney. Those are 3. And at the reunion,
we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out next week.
We're gonna find out in part 6 of the reunion. Right. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get we have a caller in the queue before we lean out and give their thoughts. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. And if you haven't already, let us know in the comments, whether it's the live comments or the replay crew, what do you think happened to Heather? Maybe y'all can make more sense than she did in the episode.
Clearly.
What's going on, Tawana? What you got for us today?
Hey, Tawana.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, so this is what I think happened. I think Heather doesn't know what happened. I think she was drunk and woke up like that, and she hoping somebody will tell her what happened to her.
So you think she got a little Megan Thee Stallion going on?
Who is Kelsey?
Kelsey is Jen.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think either maybe she really doesn't know what happened, or she just doesn't want to say. I think if it's she doesn't remember, it might be Jen, and she's probably just scared to say that.
Okay.
I don't know. They
Amy said, "When you get beat up, you know who did it." I agree. You never forget an ass whooping. You never forget an ass whooping.
it was either Heather. It was either Heather, Jen, or Whitney. I don't think it was Whitney though.
Me either.
It
Yeah, I don't
was
think it
I
was
either.
feel like
Whitney.
I feel like Heather may have said it wasn't Whitney or something like that. Or Whitney said it wasn't her, like in on Twitter or something like that over the last few months. It was something she made a post about her. People assumed it was Whitney initially.
I
So
I
just
thought
hope
it
they
was.
don't drag this out the rest of the season. Like, can we just find out on the next episode? Like, I don't
That
want to
part.
go into part 3 of the reunion till we find out what really happened to her. Like, please don't drag this out like y'all
Hopefully, there
dragged
is
out.
3 parts of the reunion. Hopefully, there's not 3 parts of this union.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
6 parts. I'm telling you, 6 parts.
with Jen not being there, it should only be 2.
It should really be one. Okay, we don't even need a review. Let's just be clear.
Oh yeah, I forgot Jen wasn't gonna be there. Do
They
you guys think that Andy will have a sit down conversation with Jen like he did with Teresa before Teresa went to jail?
Nah,
You don't think so?
no, I don't think they really. I don't think they really care that much about Jen. Like she ain't been around long enough, I think, and
Yeah.
that's what I think. I don't think she's been around long enough to really get that type of respect and support from Andy and the other executives. On top of that, Jen, she say she a woman of color or whatever. But we do know she's married to a black man. She got black kids. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about.
Yeah.
I don't think they don't care enough about her in that situation to do that. They only
Yeah.
wanted her at the reunion to be able to try and drill into and find out why she was, why she told them she was innocent and then pled guilty and shit like that. And when she couldn't talk about it, they didn't want her around no more. They don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to exploit her.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this franchise is in danger of being put on Peacock.
I saw somebody say that in the comments. They said about swap Miami with them. You know what? Honestly, I could agree. To be honest,
But I
Yeah,
don't think being on. I don't think being on. What's weird is I think that we believe subconsciously that being on Bravo is better than being on Peacock when really it's not. Um, it's not. It's not really that much of a difference. And if you are on Peacock, I mean, the production level of Miami is that of Bravo, so it's not like
Yeah.
It's not like it would really make them less interesting or. I would say that I think that Salt Lake City is in danger of like being put on pause before anything.
but what
yeah.
I'm like, I don't think there's a difference between the two because they get the same treatment. But I mean, that's just like having on some Nikes versus Saucony's. It's like you're gonna favorite Nike more because it's like it's the brand. Bravo is where you just want to be. I feel like Peacock is cool. We know that. Well, honestly, Salt Lake City's budget and production is very minimal too. They don't make a lot of money. So Peacock, I don't know. I say put
I
a pause or something.
Honestly, I
I
think a
think
pause before anything.
they need to bring Mary Cosby back. I don't know what they need to do to get her back, but they need to do something like I don't know. They need to like make a donation to her church or something to get her back on the show.
Not they
But
need
I
to
think
tithe, child.
yeah, I think Mary needs to come back, and I like Angie Carrington. I think she would make a good full time housewife. But I heard something about she's suing Bravo or something, so I don't know if they go be fooling with her.
Wow. I don't think Mary coming back either. She skipped the union, so
Yeah,
Mary is
Mary's
in her
done.
church
she
right
ain't
now.
coming
Get ready
back.
for Christmas. Taking she doing it. They doing what's it called? Christmas carols from door to door. That's all they
Yeah,
say.
she not. She won't be back. She skipped the union, and she black. So
But she's welcome back, is what he said. That's what he said.
Okay, I'll talk
Okay,
to you
Savannah.
guys later. Y'all need to do a live about Robin and Giselle and they deny tour that they own.
Child, I don't want. I talk about them on Mondays. That's it because they are draining.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
All right.
bye, Tawana. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, y'all. Good show. Salt Lake City, it's been pretty consistent, but we are nearing the end of the season. I think they maybe based off them filming the reunion last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we have like maybe 3 or 4 episodes left. Personally, I don't know what's to come. I didn't even see the preview for next week because it was there one.
I think they showed it.
Said to be continued.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means because I think next week there is no shows on Bravo because I know there is no Potomac this Sunday, and I'm gonna believe there's also no Salt Lake City next Wednesday either. So we won't be back in for 2 weeks basically here at the Lean because obviously there's no episode to review. So we'll see. Thank y'all for watching. Of course, like this video and subscribe. Thank you to Wanda for calling in, Antonio and Chad for leaning in today. And like this video. For those that asked about Real Housewives of Miami, we're going to do episodes 5 and 6 together. So stay tuned for that. And then we'll see you guys after the Miami one because it's not going to be live. We'll see you guys live in 2 weeks, I believe, when Potomac comes back. All right. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Happy holidays and be safe. Good night, y'all.
Peace.